Defense Secretary Robert Gates says Osama bin Laden's death gives us an advantage in Afghanistan, but it doesn't mean we should pack up and leave right now.
I would say that we are getting the upper hand. We have, over the last 18 months, put in place, for the first time, the resources necessary to ensure that this threat does not rebuild, does not reemerge once we're gone. I think we could be in a position by the end of this year where we have turned the corner in Afghanistan.
And more troops could come home?
And more troops could come home.
So will it really be safe to begin a troop withdrawal that soon? Joining us right now, Sebastian Junger, who is the author of War, a great book now out on paperback. First thing, Sebastian, when you hear that, do you think the Secretary of Defense is steeped in reality?
I mean, I think he's correct in the sense that right now we have the point of our presence there, the stated point, has been accomplished. And starting to pull out does help us avoid the impression in the Arab world that we're an occupying force just taking over a Muslim country. We don't want to look like we're in Gaza. You know, we have to make it clear that we don't want to be there permanently, and this would go towards that.
We're trying to train their troops to defend themselves, but the Taliban seem to be endlessly financed by some forces within the Arab world and within the Pakistani government. So how can we leave knowing that the Taliban's just ready to pounce?
Yeah, well, here's the thing. I mean, we don't want it to be 1990 all over again for Afghanistan. In '89, the Russians pulled out. We'd supported the Afghans against them, and we pulled out almost immediately as well, and the country imploded. We don't want that. It's terrible for them. It's probably bad for us. Mullah Omar, the Haqqani network, those people, as a friend of mine pointed out, those people killed about 1,500 American soldiers over the course of 10 years. They're based in Pakistan. Following up on bin Laden, if the CIA set their sights on those people, I think that would go a long way towards damping down that force.
Do you think that it's worth the risk to do another SEAL-like operation if we get intelligence on Haqqani himself or Zawahiri or somewhere in Quetta?
Well, I'm guessing here, but I think the Haqqani network and Mullah Omar, that they are working in some kind of collaboration with Pakistani intelligence. Now that Pakistani intelligence knows what we're capable of, it may be easier to coerce them into breaking down that relationship a little bit.
You did a great documentary along with Tim Hetherington called Restrepo. I saw it. We talked about it. Tim lost his life in Libya. How tough has that been for you?
Yeah, he died almost a month ago now, and it seems like it's been a year. It's been probably the most devastating event of my life. It was absolutely horrific. He died in a mortar attack in the town of Misrata during combat.
And you know the realities of war better than almost anyone I know who, outside of somebody who's a infantryman. Do you think about that risk? Has it changed the way you view war?
I've been covering war for almost 20 years, and I just lost one of my very closest friends in combat, and I've had some really long, thoughtful periods about that, and I think I'm probably not going to cover combat anymore. There are ways to cover war without getting shot at, and I think that's probably the next step for me.
Great. Sebastian, thanks so much for sharing your time, talking about Tim, and look forward to talking to you again. Okay?
Thank you.
Great to see you.